Welcome to this Verbling class. It's good to see you all. I'm sorry that I missed you guys last week. I was really sick and I'm kind of getting better, but it's slow progress. So I hope I'm not going to cough too much and annoy you all in this class. But if you have booked a slot, come along in. We're going to be reading an article today about a very cool, slightly unusual place related to water. So our task is to practice our reading and pronunciation and hopefully learn a few new words and then have a bit of a discussion about unusual places. So do come along in. While we're waiting for everyone to get here, if you are new to Verbling or you've recently joined us, you might not be aware of all the things that are on offer. And if you would like to find out more about any of the teachers, the best place to go is to their teacher page. So if you're interested in that, check out the link to my teacher page, which is now in the chat box. A lot of the teachers also have a Verbing teacher Facebook page, and if you are a Facebook person, that might interest you as well. So in your spare time, don't forget to head over to the teacher pages and check those out. It's where you can find all the info that you might need to know about that particular teacher and when their class is and tutoring schedule slots are. And also a bit about who they are. You can have a look at their videos and their ratings from other students to give you an idea of how popular they are and what kind of teacher they are and what their personality is like. So it's a really good place to go and find out lots of info. All right, so we've got some people here. Let's start with Anna and say hello. How are you today?
Hello, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. I'm happy to see you, and I'm happy that you are better.
Thanks, Anna. Yeah, it was a really nasty thing. I was in bed for literally a week, and I kept thinking I was going to get up, and then the next day I felt worse. So it wasn't so great. Maybe the change of season over here. It's coming into summer, but slowly. So, Anna, how's your week been? What have you been up to this week?
Okay, I'm a bit under the weather as well. My throat is sore, but today I'm having a day off because it's Labor Day, but just for public employees. And I've been studying English, and on Monday I also took a day off, so I I think I won't need to ask for a doctor note. Tomorrow I will be okay.
Great, that's excellent news. I'm glad. So you've had a very well-timed day off work, Anna.
Yes.
All right. It's lovely to see you and welcome. Okay, we have Jer. I'm not sure if that's how you say it.
Hello. You can say Jer. No problem.
Okay, where are you from, Jer?
I am from Brazil.
Wonderful. Which part of Brazil?
I live in the south, in a city called the Balneário Camboriú. It is located on the beach. It is on the beach.
Lovely. And do you go to the beach often?
Yes, I usually go every weekend. But this time the weather is not good. It is a little bit cold, but I can go to the beach to walk with the family, sometimes with my dog.
Excellent. Are dogs allowed on the beach in Brazil?
Not in the sand, but in the sidewalk you can walk with them.
Ah, okay, sure. I was wondering about that because we have rules about when your dog can go on the beach here. You're not allowed to take them on the beach in summer, but it's okay in winter. But because Brazil has kind of like generally good weather most of the year, that's interesting. So you can take them on the sidewalk, like the little promenade part, but not the actual sand.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Jer, we're talking about an underwater location today. Are you a person who likes water activities, being wet?
Yes, I usually like this type of activity, for sure.
what's your favorite water-related activity? Are you a swimmer or do you do something more exotic?
No, I usually swim on the beach and sometimes the swimming pool.
Yep. Are you a good swimmer?
Yes, not a professional, but I can swim a little bit. I can swim well. Yeah.
All right, awesome. So we have one swimmer in the class already. It's lovely to meet you, Jer, and welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Let's say hi to Ksenia. How are you today?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Awesome, I'm glad to hear it. So, Ksenia, what about you with water? Do you like swimming?
Yes, I like swimming in a sea or ocean. I like in a salty water only. I don't like river or lake, something like that.
Fresh water. You don't like freshwater swimming?
Yes, I don't like fresh water. Yeah.
Any particular reason for that? Is it the hygiene or just the feeling or?
I just feeling it's difficult for me swim in a fresh water because you have to do a lot of activities and swim. If you don't do it, you will, I think, how to say, go under the water.
Drown.
Drown, yes. But in the sea, you can be not such active, like
so you
in
can
the river.
just you can kind of relax more, you mean?
Yes, yes.
I see what you mean. Yeah, that's actually true. I hadn't really thought about that, but good point. So Russia's not exactly renowned for its excellent I don't know, maybe it is. Does Russia have some really good beaches and stuff that you can go to in the summer or not really? Do Russians go to other places?
I was only once and actually I didn't like it at all. So I think no, we don't have good
beaches.
With beaches. Yes.
Yeah, you're kind of like the same as us in the UK. We have some slightly average beaches, but not really. So most British people go to another country to the beach if they want to. All right, well, lovely to see you, Ksenia, and welcome.
Thank you.
Marianne, hello, how are you today?
Hi, how are you?
I'm better, thank you. What have you been up to this week? Have you been busy?
Yes, to some extent. Honestly, I was looking forward to buy a puffy boots for this rainy season. I was looking for cheap one, and I felt like I have to pump up my friend to see where can I find one pair. So I end up with that, like I have to dust off my credit card. So there is no such a things to like cheap one, or you have to pay a bunch of like $70 for a pair. So it's amazing. I believe it or not, but I was looking for a cheap one, getting some bargain like discount or those things. But finally, I end up to dust off my credit card.
You just paid the money. Oh, yes. Marianne. So how's your credit card feeling? A little bit painful?
Well, it's still feeling bad, so maybe after
I know the feeling, Marianne. So tell me, did you manage to get some boots that you liked? What kind of boots did you end up buying?
Is puffy boots puffy boots, yeah.
Is that for snow or?
Yeah, snow and rain. Something that keep feet warm, you know.
Yeah, and dry.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And where do you live, Marianne? Remind me. It's somewhere in the States, isn't it?
Yes, in Kansas.
Okay. So what's the weather like in the winter? Do you get lots of snow? I'm not familiar with the climate. You do, okay.
Yes, and just the rain start, so it's impossible to walk through a street by sport shoes.
Yeah.
So I need some kind of boots. But I was looking at boots for two functions. I mean, not only for rain. I mean, something that I'm able to use overall the season of winter, fall, and those things. That's why I choose puffy boot.
Okay. Well, I hope that they live up to your expectations, Mariette, and you enjoy them. They're worth the $70 that you spent.
Yes, that sounds a little
I'm sure
bit.
they will be. I'm sure they will be.
Exactly.
I think boots are one of those types of items that are definitely worth the money. If you spend a bit more, then they're better, so it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for telling us about your boot escapade. You'll have to tell us how they're going next class. If you're
definitely.
All right. Welcome. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Monica, hello.
Hello, Amy.
Hello. Have I met you before, Monica?
No, this is my first class with you, actually.
Wonderful. Lovely to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Italy. Are you living in Italy right now?
Yes.
Which part of Italy?
In the north of Italy, and you probably know Venice, which is not far from here, from where I live.
Wonderful. Monica, why are you studying English on Verbling? Have you got a particular reason for it?
No, I don't need English for my job. I just like this language, and I'm doing this as a sort of hobby.
Wonderful. That's the best reason you could have, in my opinion.
Yes, and for traveling, obviously.
Yeah, that's good. Are you a keen traveler?
Yes, I like to travel. So far, I've traveled mostly around Europe. So learning a little bit of English make it easier.
Yeah, for sure. And do you have your sights set on any more destinations in the future?
No, I don't know what would be my next vacation. I haven't decided yet.
All right. Well, you've got plenty of places to choose from.
Yes.
So, Monica, today's topic is all about an underwater club. So, have you ever been to anywhere that's an unusual location for a restaurant or a club or some kind of a hotel, maybe? I know there's a few crazy places you could go in the world. Have you ever visited any of them?
You mean underwater? Really?
It doesn't have to be underwater, maybe just something a little bit unusual.
No, I don't think so. No.
No problem, worth asking. If any of the other students have, maybe they can tell us later on. Lovely to meet you, and welcome to the class, Monica.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Okay, Natasha, hello, how are you today?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you for asking. What about you?
I'm feeling good, thanks, Natasha. How's your week been? Have you been busy?
Yes, my week was really very busy, and I hope that my next week will be easier than this. And yes, and I hope I have a lot of rest because I have to go for study to medical academy, and my studies have to be maybe something about 1 week. And at this time, I hope that I will have a lot of pleasure and a little more free time.
Wonderful. Well, so do I. I hope that too, Natasha, so that you don't have to stress out too much. Tell me about your opinions on water. Are you a swimmer? Do you like swimming or any other water activities?
I really very like swimming, and I liked this since my childhood. And even when I was a child, I I was in special group of children who learn swimming, and even we have a part in our local competition as well.
Okay, so you're a keen swimmer, and do you keep it up? Do you swim now?
No, nowadays I haven't something professional skills in this field, but I like swimming as well.
Just as a kind of a fun activity for relaxation sometimes. All right, awesome, wonderful. Okay, so it seems like most of us in here so far are quite keen on the whole water thing. Thank you, Natasha. Welcome to the class. Good to see you. Raphael, how are you today? Are you there? Oh, I can hear you, but it's really quiet. I think I can hear you, Raphael, but it feels like it's a really tiny little voice somewhere back here. Can you maybe just fiddle with your microphone or something? I'll come back to you in a sec. So we'll skip past Raphael. I won't forget you, Raphael, and we'll go to Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good.
I don't think I've met you before, Rebecca, have I?
Well, I'm not sure, maybe, but maybe months ago, because I can't remember when. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, we'll imagine that we haven't met before, just so I don't want to be rude. Yeah. And it's nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Nice to meet you too. Well, I'm from Spain.
Which part of Spain?
Northwest. I'm living near Portugal, you know, near close to the Atlantic Ocean. So
Wonderful.
I live by the sea. Just to give you an idea where exactly I am right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And do you live in a little town or the countryside or one of the cities?
Well, I live now in one of the cities of my region. It's called Santiago de Compostela. It's quite famous, you know, because there's a big famous cathedral here. So maybe can I ask where are you from?
Me? Yes, yeah. I'm from England.
Oh yeah, maybe for that reason you know about Santiago de Compostela because well, some English people know about it, you know. So
yeah, it's very famous.
Yeah, because of the cathedral, you know, the way, you know, pilgrims.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
One of my friends actually did the Camino like 2 years ago.
The Camino, yeah. It's really nice, you know. It's if you enjoy nature, it's amazing.
Have you done it yourself?
Yes, I did years ago, but just one part of the way, you know. Actually, the last one. It was, I think, 5 days, and it was really nice. Yeah.
Wow.
Very nice.
Awesome. Well, I one day hope to do that, Rebecca. I'd love to do at least part of it. It looks so awesome. And yeah, hopefully one day I'll come and visit your city at the end of it. So cool. So you live near the sea-ish.
Yeah, well, my parents' house is by the sea in another town. They live in a village. So, you know, I grew up in a place by the sea.
Wow, so you're a very seaside kind of a woman, maybe. You've had it in your life. You've had the seaside in your life quite a bit.
Definitely, yes. One of the best memories of my, you know, childhood are from very nice days on the beach, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine.
With my cousins, my neighbors, you know, playing together, seeing the sunset, you know, very nice.
Wow, awesome childhood memories. That's very uplifting. Thank you for sharing that, Rebecca.
Thank you so much.
So we definitely have another sea-related person here, so it's lovely to meet you and welcome. And last but not least, Simone.
Hi.
Hello, I haven't seen you for a while, Simone. How are you?
I'm not bad, thank you. Yourself?
Wonderful. Have you been busy? Yeah, I'm getting better. Nearly there, I think. How's life been? Thank you.
Amazing,
Oh,
amazing.
wow, that's
I've been
great.
traveling, and next week I'm going to Spain, trying to
Oh,
learn some Spanish.
wonderful. Which part of
And
Spain are you going to?
Madrid,
Okay. Good quality
yeah,
Spanish in
because
Madrid.
indeed, yes, because we Brazilian people, we think that we know how to speak Spanish because we speak kinds of Portuguese,
Yeah.
but actually I realized that I don't know and I want to learn.
Wonderful. Well, that's inspiring. Another language to add to your list of languages, Simone.
Actually, just an excuse to travel, actually.
And are you going to make the most of it while you're in Madrid and go and visit lots of different places?
Yes, yes, yes.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, tell us about your preferences towards swimming or water. Obviously, Brazilians, have an advantage, but it might be that your personality just doesn't like water. What do you like?
It's not the case that I don't like. I am really, really scared of water.
Okay.
I am really, yeah. I constantly have a nightmare in which I am surrounded by water and I am so scared. I'm so scared that I usually go to the beach, but I am not able to swim because I'm really scared. Don't know why.
So you're scared of the water itself, not, say, sharks or jellyfish or anything. You're scared of...
Yeah, it's the water. I've got the problem with the water, really.
All right. Do you remember having a bad experience like when you were little, or has it come from somewhere?
Just once, I was trying to swim in a swimming pool, and my cousins were trying to kill me, like you know. Yeah, it was a joke, but I was so scared at that time. But it's not because of this, I'm sure. It's because something I am not sure what it is really.
Just something random that you don't understand. All right, thank you for
But
sharing.
I love going to the beach anyway. I love at least to appreciate the sea.
Sunbathing, paddling, maybe.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right. Well, it's lovely to see you again. Let's just go back to Raphael and see if we can say hi to him.
Hi, Amy.
That's better. Hello. Nice to see you.
Hello. Nice to see you again.
Well done. You managed to sort out your weird microphone issue.
Yes.
So, Raphael, another Brazilian. Tell us about your attitude towards water stuff.
I usually go to the beach, but it's not something I'm currently wanted to do. It's something I normally do sometimes, but unfortunately, I haven't taken any vacations for such a long time. So I usually swim at swimming pools, but when it's really hot, I usually go to clubs and swim. But it's not something I really bonded to, It's something I'm really into.
You don't have an affinity for water, Raphael.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too, I must say. I have to be very, very, very hot before I can go and swim in the sea, I must say. But maybe that's just my British heritage. I'm a bit wary of freezing water. Who knows? All right, well, it's lovely to see you and welcome. If you guys would like to click on the link that I've just shared, we're going to read about an underwater nightclub, which is rather cool. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see if we can get this going. And you can see some really cool shots, actually. So before we start reading, I did ask, I think, who was it? Monica, maybe? If she had been to any unusual or exotic locations for a nightclub or a restaurant or maybe a hotel. Has anyone else been to anywhere particularly unusual before?
Do you mean a place unusual with a swimming pool, for example?
Well, it could. I'm open to any suggestion, Rebecca. Tell us about what you're thinking.
Yeah. I went, I think 5 years ago, I went to Switzerland for a wedding, and in the hotel where the wedding had placed, in the disco, there was a swimming pool.
Wow.
So, yeah, amazing.
So there was a nightclub with a swimming pool.
Yeah, and imagine the situation because the hotel was in the Alps, in the mountains. It was winter, February, and it was snow, So we can see the snow, and at the moment, in the same moment, we can swimming. So and drink and dancing. It was amazing.
That does sound awesome. You'll have to write the name of that place for us in the chat box, and we can look it up on Google if we're interested. Would you mind?
No,
Can you remember the name?
I think it's something like this. Gastate. Is in Switzerland. Gastate.
Okay. All right. I'm sure we can figure that out on Google somehow. Yeah. Thanks, Rebecca. That sounds fascinating. Okay. Anybody else want to share before we start reading?
Well, I would say I just got a chance to do some snorkeling and scuba diving during a vacation in Malaysia. It was an ocean.
And what was the experience like, Marianne?
Scary. It was an ocean. I remember I had a life jacket, but when I remember the depth of the sea, I still think that I was crazy to do that. Yes.
So it was in the middle of the ocean. It wasn't sort of like near the beach or anything.
Yes, it was part of cruise that they took. They took traveler by some sort of boat in the middle of ocean, and then it was kind of tour that we took all of my family together, and then let's say 10 of us, and then the staffs helped us to wear those life jacket and provide us those scuba diving things, and then they help us to watch the floor of the ocean, because that south part of Malaysia has a very clear water, so you can see those colorful fish, under your feet. But the point is, honestly, I never dared to keep looking at them. So I was like, okay, let me get into the boat. I'm not in anymore. So yes, I was out. Yeah.
Marianne, that's so funny. To be honest, I think I probably feel similar to you. I'm not that keen either. It does seem amazing, but also kind of scary. So, just a note: when you're talking about clothing, if you say wear, that means something that you've already got on your body. But if you're talking about moving it, we say put on or take off. Okay, so the staff helped us to put on our life jackets.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so thank you for sharing. Let's get started. We're going to go back to Anna. We haven't heard from her for a while. Could you get us started with the title and that little bit of intro, Anna, please?
Okay, teacher. This night out is on your... sorry. This night out is one you will break. You will break.
Keep going, because there was a bit of the text hidden. Brag.
About 4 years.
Yeah, keep going.
In the world's first underwater nightclub, you're as likely to encounter a killer shark as a DJ killing the dance floor.
Great, awesome. Can someone quickly just explain what bragging about something means? Whoops, I'm not going to do that. This word here, brag.
Well, I think it's like boast.
Exactly. Yep, it's the same as boast. Thanks, Rebecca. Okay, so you can see a shot of the nightclub, which looks like it's kind of magnificent to me, especially the ceiling. I'm going to carry on reading. So, Anna, if you could read a little bit more for us.
It was Saturday night in the Maldives, and the dance floor was heavy. The DJ, who had flown in from the capital Malé, was cranking out hit after hit. Jump by sorry, Crisscross, Collier's remix of Staying Alive, Fat Man Scoops Put Your Hands Up, and I was doing my best to impress my dance partner, throwing retro Travolta moves, twists, slides, and shimmies. The problem.
Thank you, Anna. We'll stop there. And this one is pronounced heaving. Heaving.
Heaving.
Yes. What does it mean to say the dance floor was heaving? Anybody know?
Very crowded.
Yeah.
Very...
Exactly. Very, very crowded, very full. Thanks, Maria. Does anyone have any questions about any of the words?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Shimmy.
And,
does anyone know what a shimmy is? No? A shimmy is a dance move. It's like where you kind of you wiggle your body from side to side really fast. You kind of wiggle your shoulders. That's a shimmy. And you had another one, I think, Anna.
Yes, cranking out.
To crank out. What's to crank out? Does anyone know?
Produce one after another.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Thanks, Ksenia. It just means to keep playing, to produce hit after hit. If you crank something out, it's like you put out a really large volume in quite a short space of time, so you really make an impact with it. Okay, we'll carry on reading before we talk about it for a bit. So let's go to Jer. Jer, could you read the next part for us, please?
Yeah, the problem was, despite the pounding bass from the pulsating speakers, I couldn't keep my eyes off the scores of iridescent fish and rainbow-colored corals peering through the glass. I was 6 meters below the surface in the world's first underwater nightclub, where you are as likely to encounter a killer shark as a DJ killing the dance floor.
Keep going.
Okay, the venue was sub-6 positioned 500 meters offshore of the island resort Nihana in the Dalu Atoll. A 40-minute hop by buzzing seaplane from the capital, Malé. Our hosts were the Maldives' fabulous tropical fish and the fathomless sea.
Great, wonderful reading. Thank you, Jer. Okay, questions. There was one word I wanted to go over. This one is pronounced bass. You can pronounce it bass when it refers to a fish, but if it's referring to music, we pronounce it bass, okay?
Okay.
Great, so obviously we're talking about the music here, so we pronounce it the pounding bass. Does anyone have any questions?
What about fathomless?
Fathomless, does anyone know what that word means?
It's like bottomless, without a bottom.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the same as sort of like
But
bottomless.
fathom, I'm sorry, Amy, fathom is just sticky ground, or how to say?
So basically the word fathom can be used in different ways. You could say, I can't fathom it. It's like you can't imagine it. It's too difficult to imagine. It's sort of a unit of measurement, actually, like an old-fashioned unit of measurement. So if you say fathomless, it means that it's really too deep to be measured. You can't measure it because it's so deep.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Any other questions? No? Okay, we're going to go down and see a pretty awesome looking picture of the little table. And I like the way they've done out the ceiling and the chairs to kind of look like sea anemones and stuff. It's pretty awesome. Okay, Ksenia, could you read the next one for us?
Imagine a series of giant parcels looking out onto a vivid slice of pristine reef, albeit with a DJ ring and bustling cocktail bar behind you. Snapper, wrasse, anemones, and parrotfish winged through the floor to sailing windows. They floated to suspended animation, intriguing by both the rotating disco lights and the electric blue, orange and green glow sticks that the vodka-red ball-drinking clubbers were flailing around.
Thank you, Ksenia. You had a couple of really hard ones, so well done for that. This one here, I know it looks like anemones, but actually it's anemones. Anemones. Can you say that?
Anemones.
Okay, great, perfect. Any questions about those words?
What that means, this anemones?
It's a type of sea creature, Marianne. They're like little creatures that don't really move. They look like they're plants. They got like little finger things that stick out and float in the water. If you look at the seats in this picture, it's that kind of, that's what they kind of look like, but balls. They're in the shape of balls. Oh, I didn't mean to go into a slideshow. So that's what an anemone is. These are also other types of fish. I'm not too sure what a wrasse is, actually. I've never heard of that before. Anybody know? I'll look that one up quickly if I have time. Okay, any other questions?
Wrasse?
Yeah. It's some kind of a fish, Anna. Maybe one of you guys could look it up. I don't know.
Fish with big lips. Something like that with big. I think so.
All right, thanks, Ksenia. It's a fish, a type of species of fish with big lips. There you go. Any other questions? No? All right, let's carry on reading. Marianne.
Yes. Sub 6 originally opened in 2010, constructed on the land before being sunk and relocated to a coral garden, carefully reconstructed by marine biologists. Fast forward 5 years, the reef is flourishing and the nightclub has undergone a major underwater revamp.
Yeah.
When I visited just after August reopening, opaque Italian craft pendants resembling sea urchins hung from the ceiling, while thousands of the Capai's shell lighting strands create the effect of rolling waves. Spotlights were fashioned into a crown of thrown starfish, and the bar stools mimicked pucky sea urchins. All spongy black cords and a chic clubbing design. Somehow it looked anything but kitsch.
Yep, kitsch. Well done, Marianne. Great reading. Quite a tricky paragraph for you as well. This one here is opaque.
Opaque. Opaque.
Okay, questions about vocab from anybody? Oh yes, snapper is also a fish, Anna. Sorry, I didn't see that. Yep, snapper's a fish that we have here in New Zealand quite a bit. Tastes delicious. Questions? There's a lot of words here, but they're all related to the sea, so you might better figure them out.
Revamp.
Revamp. Good one. What does revamp mean? Anyone know? Nobody? Okay, a revamp is like the same as a renovation, Raphael, but it could just be a surface thing. A renovation's usually like, you know, rebuilding something. A revamp is more like a surface change to make something look better, but it could be to do with renovations as well. Any other questions?
What does it mean by chic clubbing design? What that means?
Okay, so this word here, chic, I think we probably know. This might be more of a kind of worldwide word. Chic means like stylish. And then a clubbing design is just literally the design of a club. So clubbing is referring to the location, but you can also say, let's go clubbing. And it means you go out to a disco or to a club or to a bar and dance. So it's the design of the club, basically.
It's more popular in British English, right?
Yeah, to say clubbing, definitely. Right. Let's carry on. And Monica. Oh, sorry, yeah, another question?
Yes, I don't know. Kitsch and Kitsch.
Ah, okay. So, yeah, this one here is new to me as well. I believe it's a type of shell. It must be a type of shell. So anyone fancy looking that up on Google can describe it to us. Kitsch is something altogether. Does anyone know what kitsch means?
It's something that's appealing to popular taste. Something that everybody like it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's usually to do with art, some kind of artistic thing or design, and it's a bit of a funny word because it kind of means actually ugly, but people like it because it's ugly, maybe. So it's like a popular ugly thing. It's kind of a strange word, Anna, a good one to choose. Thank you, Marianne, for that comment. And any other ones before we go on? Okay, so Monica, could you read for us with more?
With more than just a little dose of nocturnal naughtiness, think banging Pioneer branded acts and a minor stocked bar, the club also only shuts when the last guest climbs the stairs to take the shuttle boat back to the island, a 50-minute ride away. Earlier in the week, so I was told, a group of Russian guests kept the party going until sunrise.
Beautiful, thank you, lovely reading. Questions? No questions? That was an easy paragraph. So the club stays open till the last person goes home, which is kind of impressive. And there you can see in the picture the entrance that you have to go into, and then it goes down into the Indian Ocean, which is kind of cool. All right, a little bit more reading before we have a talk about it. So Natasha, your turn.
It may be a mixture of the spurious and the authentic, but it was as glamorous as any club you'd find after dark in New York's Tribeca or London's Soho. Against all my initial reservations, what about the environmental impact? Do I really want to pay that much for a beer? I found it hard not to have my disco socks blown clean off. Maybe it was something to do with the lack of oxygen down there.
Great, wonderful reading. Thanks, Natasha. Okay, questions about this paragraph?
Spurious.
Does anyone know what spurious means?
Something about soul.
About what? Sorry.
Soul. It's something inside you, no?
Yeah. Well, sort of, I guess.
Spiritual.
Yeah. No, you're thinking of spiritual.
No?
Spiritual. Spiritual is another word to do with your soul. You're right, inside you. Spurious is something slightly different. It basically means not what it looks like, not what it appears to be. Something that's sort of false or a bit fake in a way. So what it's really saying is that it's kind of a mixture of both of the false sort of sense and authentic. It's a bit of both, a mixture of both. Some things are a bit fake. Yeah?
Does it have a negative connotation? Can I call someone spurious?
Not so bad. It's kind of a bit of a neutral word, really, Anna. It's not too bad. It's probably worse to call them fake. Although none of those words have too much of a negative connotation. It depends on how you say them. Good question. Any other questions? No? All right, Raphael, you'd also be forgiven.
You'd also be forgiven for thinking that this kind of venue is holiday overkill. The Maldives has long gone in for its kind of showy one-upmanship. In the past few years, the archipelago has welcomed a number of oddities, each more dumbfounding than the last. At Huvalan Fushi Luxury Resort, you can experience a cocoon-shaped underwater spa, while the underwater wine cave at the Anatara Kivaka Villa seems that it would have been designed by a James Bond villain. At the Conrad Maldives Rangali Island, you can dine underwater without getting wet, with 180-degree views of stingrays, sharks, and snapper as they swim by.
Beautiful. There's snapper again, Anne. Any other questions about? Oh, any questions about this paragraph? No. Okay. And let's finish off. Rebecca, could you read the last couple of paragraphs for us, please?
Yeah, sure. Next year, the world's first luxury stargazing observatory is set to open on Sovneva Geni, the sister island to Nova Fuji, where they already have a jungle cinema and treetop restaurant perched high in the rainforest canopy. It's a seemingly theatrical approach to holiday leisure. So what does it feel like to dance under the sea with toothy sharks and stingrays eyeing your dance moves from only a few meters away? Except it to be something you'll blah about to your friends for years. Coming up from below with a pose of new friends at 3 a.m. is a hard thing to come down from.
Great, thank you, Rebecca. This is posse, this word here.
Posse.
Yeah. Great. Does anyone know what posse means?
Group of people.
Yeah, a group. Thanks, Ksenia. Well done. Lovely reading. So, any questions before we start chatting?
Stargazing.
Stargazing. What does stargazing mean?
Watching stars through telescope something. There are some observatories available in some places, so visitors can go there for vacation and watching stars.
Exactly right. Yeah, it's basically looking at the stars, Anna. Any other questions?
Yes, sorry. Perch.
Perch, this one here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does anyone know what the verb to perch means?
I think it's a smaller space in front of the restaurant. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, not that, Mariam. Anyone else?
Oh, that's a porch. Oh, I confused.
Yes, you're right. That is a porch. Does anyone know what perch is?
Just put something high and high and higher.
Yeah, okay, not far off. To perch is like it can be a verb or a noun, and usually we use it when we talk about birds. The way that a bird sits, we call it perching. So a bird perches in a tree. It's like sort of delicately sits on the edge because of the way their feet are. So basically, if you use that as a verb, what you mean is it's sort of delicately sitting on the edge of something. So if it's perched high in the rainforest canopy, it's like a bird. It's balanced somehow. Any other ones?
Yes, canopy. That's it.
Canopy is a very specific one to do with rainforest. Does anyone know what it is?
It's a circular shape.
It's
Okay.
Something like roof.
Yeah, so when we're referring to rainforests, basically it's the area where the leaves are of the trees. Like there's like the floor of the rainforest, and then there's the trunks of the trees because they grow very high. And the canopy is the area of where all the leaves are that goes to the sun and all the monkeys and stuff live. So basically it's very high up, is what it's saying. Are we all done or any more? No? All right. So, Monica, I'm going to ask you, are you interested by this kind of experience, going to an underwater nightclub?
Yes, it could be interesting, but I'm not keen to these kind of things because I think they ruin the environment.
Okay. Yeah.
Even if it is surely entertainment to be there, it's a nice place, but I don't know. I prefer not to.
Okay. So you think it's not very environmentally friendly?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds to me as if the Maldives has quite a few different exotic areas. They've mentioned a wine cellar, a restaurant, a cinema, all of these kind of unusual exotic locations, but rightly so, Monica, not particularly environmentally friendly, maybe. Rebecca, what do you think? Would you like to go to this place?
Well, I think years ago, yes, but right now I wouldn't be, really happy in a place like this. No, I prefer other kind of places.
Do you mean sort of a more relaxing place?
Yeah, sure.
Rebecca?
Maybe it's because it may be because of the age, So
Yes.
I prefer less crowded,
Uh-huh.
and I'm not really interested in this stuff.
Okay, fair enough. Is there anyone here who would desperately love to go to this underwater nightclub?
Yes, I would love to give it a try, but honestly, I was wondering how much is the ticket and insurance. So, I mean, the dusting of my credit card again is like losing money. But I'm curious. I really want to have some experience in new things, and I mean, I really want to go, but I'm thinking about the entrance fee. Yeah.
I think you should definitely be thinking about the entrance fee, Mariam. I am sure that it's extremely expensive, probably a complete rip-off, actually, because they've got, this really one-off location. So, excellent point.
Meaning I'm losing my share there.
Probably. Okay, let's just think about this, but plus other water activities. So we've mentioned quite a few today. Is there anyone who has a dying urge to do a water-related activity one day that they've never experienced before, like desperately wants to go snorkeling or maybe windsurfing or something?
I love to go for whale watching. I heard that is very exciting, but is in Canada. There are some season that the tourists usually go for whale watching.
Yeah.
So yeah. I love to do that.
Yeah, that's a really different idea and interesting one, Marianne. Has anyone here been whale watching before? No? I actually saw some whales the other day. I went on a little holiday a couple of weeks ago to a place in what's called the Coromandel in New Zealand. And we saw some whales. We were just walking along the beach and we saw some. It was really amazing. So I completely agree, Marianne. I would love to do that as well. Natasha, what's something that you would love to try that's related to water?
Okay, I really don't know, but maybe I would like to try diving because I know that it's really amazing as well. Since people who are doing diving, they have the opportunity to see real nature, real beauty of nature underwater, and it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you're not scared, absolutely true. Diving must be amazing. Anna, you mentioned that you love swimming. Is there anything that you'd like to try?
Sorry?
You mentioned at the beginning of class that you're quite a keen swimmer. Is there anything that you would like to try, like an activity related to swimming or water?
I already have been snorkeling, scuba diving, wakeboarding, paddleboarding. In this restaurant is not that unusual. There is one very similar. I guess it's very similar in Miami.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm sure it's not the.
It's World, the underwater shark encounter.
Yeah, it's quite common to go. I think it's quite common to go and see things underwater, but I think this is like the nightclub aspect is different, maybe, Anna. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to dive inside a cage surrounded by sharks, but with someone to oversee, in a safe cage.
A safe cage. Have you ever seen like Jaws, Anna?
If I have ever seen
the movie? The movie Jaws? It's about a shark.
What move?
It's
oh
yes, Jaws.
Yes, I've seen.
So it doesn't put you off?
No, because I would like to go inside a cage, protected.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. That would be exhilarating, I'm sure. Absolutely exhilarating. Okay, anyone else like to mention anything before we finish off today? No? All right.
I would say I'm not in for safe caging. I mean, I won't pay for that. It is madness. Yes, this is a pure madness.
Pure madness, Anna. You're crazy. No, I can see the appeal, but I must say I don't know if I'd be brave enough.
No,
all right, guys.
Life is short.
Life is too short, baby Maria. If any of you do have any exciting underwater adventures, Anna, if you do go shark diving one day, you must remember to send me some photos. I would love to see it.
Teacher, there is a student that she went to scuba diving with sharks, but he wasn't inside a cage. I don't remember who.
Oh my gosh, how scary! And did he come out alive?
Yes, he did. He is a student from Verbally, but unfortunately I don't remember his name.
Ah, what a shame. We could ask him all about it. Well, if you remember, you'll have to let us know, Anna, and see if we can get in touch with him. All right, guys. I hope you have a nice, safe day or evening. Have an enjoyable sleep. And see you. I think I'm teaching one more class this week, so I might see you in that. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Take care. See you later.
See you, Amy. Bye.
Bye.